Welcome to another episode of MaskofTiers. Today we're going to talk about block advantage. Block advantage is the thing at the bottom left of the screen if y'all can't see it. Basically, I'm going to have block, right? So when you see block advantage, you have to understand things like startup. So startup is how fast your move comes out, right? 7 frames is one of the fastest in the game, next to 6 frames. Because 7 frames is just as fast as like pretty much everyone's down one, except for a couple characters. Like my boy Quan Chi needs some help on that. So let's say I do standing 2, right? Which is standing triangle for people on PlayStation, and I think Y on Xbox, but either way. Block advantage is 0, meaning I recover just as fast as they do. So when I do this, we both have like the same advantage. There's no advantage on my end, no advantage on their end. Let's say if I do standing 4, that is +3. When you see a plus block advantage, you, the person who threw the button, have the advantage. So you recovered 3 frames faster than your opponent. Let's say I do forward 1, right? -4. It is negative, right? But I want you all to pay attention. There's no 4-frame moves in this game except for like, you know, air ice clone, that type of move. There's a couple other moves I'm probably forgetting, but unless they throw something that's within 4 frames, they're not going to be able to punish this. It's negative, but that just means that if I go for something else after that, that's not a direct string chain, they can interrupt it. So another example, let's say I throw the ice slide. You're going to notice that it says -22. So when we go to frame data, right? Remember how I say startup is important? If you throw anything below 22 frames, so it can be 21, it can be 20 frames, it can be 8 frames, 10 frames, which I'll give you an example right now. So I'm going to have Baraka block, and he's going to do his Baraka barrage. Not even enhanced, just a normal Baraka barrage. Wow, see? You're going to eat a punish every time. A reversal punish at that. Let's see, I have him do his enhanced stab, right? So let's have him do the enhanced stab. Right, I'm gonna get punished. Now in that case, his startup was 10 frames. So I want you all to pay attention to the startup. The startup, as long as it's less than 22, which is the ice slide's -22 on block, then basically I'm gonna eat a full punish. Let's say I do something like he goes into the, hold on 1 second. Okay, so there's a way to beat this. So now we know what block advantage is and how it works, because this also works in combos too. Let's say I want to bait the opponent into throwing something. They don't respect frames, right? So I'm gonna have him do his enhanced stab. Okay. So I'm gonna throw ice clone, right? Now ice clone or ice clone charge is 20 frame startup, so it's kind of slow. It's a mid though, so you can't duck it. If you duck it, it's just gonna hit you. It's literally gonna knock you down. And the important part of this is I'm going to throw this and you're going to see how negative it is on block. So actually, let's do that again. Just so I can see the frame data. Because this game is really weird like that. So on block, that's -10. Meaning he has to throw something 7 frames, 8 frames, 9 frames to punish that. Maybe even 10. Maybe. But more than likely, I always go with under just to keep it safe. So let's have him do his enhanced stab. Let's do that. All right, we're gonna do him have his enhanced chop. So for this next example, I'm gonna show you the enhanced chop and how the reason it's not gonna be able to punish it. So you see his startup was 18 frames, right? My actual block advantage with the ice clone charge is 10 frames. He threw something 8 frames over that, meaning 8 frames slower than the 10 frames. Make sense? So basically, that means within 8 frames of when he threw that move, I have time to block because he threw that. And then he goes -21, which means in case -21, right? I can use my 7 frame, which I'll demonstrate real quick. So observe. This works on reactive opponents, by the way. Easy punish. Let's say I do. Which actually, let's see how negative that is on block. So that changes too. So that is -2, that far away. The farther I get away from you, this even becomes plus full screen. -11 or +11. So block advantage does not just change. It's not stagnant, to say the least. let's say I do Ice Slide, right? And it hits you, -22. But like I said, the Ice Ball, although it's super slow, full screen, 12. Plus 12. Let's say I get closer, 5 frames. -2. -5. In your face, -11. So you notice how the block advantage changes the closer you get to the opponent and the farther away you get. So that's when it comes into spacing, which means how far away you are from the opponent when you use a move actually matters. So when you see people zoning you out, they're probably at around mid-range to long-range. Ideally long-range. They don't want to be here. They don't want to be in the mid-range, ideally. They want to be about long-range, mid-range-ish to full screen. Because they're going to be plus and have time to react to your moves no matter what. So let's say I do Ice Clone or Ice Ball. Enhanced chops on. And even because of actually that range, talked about that range, right? If I'm full screen right here and I throw the Ice Ball and he throws that, I can just Whiff Punish it. And again, Whiff Punish, for those that don't remember my previous video, Whiff Punish is literally throwing a move that is countering another move when it misses. So again, I'm gonna throw Ice Ball, it whiffs, punish. So actually, I also want to talk about something else. The reason I was able to get that punish, that Whiff punishing is actually a whole different thing, a topic as far as block punish. The first thing we did earlier was block punish off of block advantage, right? And then Whiff punish is slightly different. So going into Whiff punish, I'm going to throw Ice Ball, right? Throw Ice Ball, he misses. You see that recovery says 38, right? So when I throw this Ice Ball, he gets frustrated and he throws that. When he misses, I can hit him with moves like that. Normally, back 2 is one of the slowest frames in the game. It's 24, right? But in some circumstance, when the opponent is throwing something and they miss, you can actually hit them with back 2 because the recovery is so huge. So like I said, you got to pay special attention to recovery frames, because recovery frames, especially when they're not on block, you won't probably see them on block, unlike a lot of the games like Street Fighter 6 shows it on block. But recovery frames, at least on Mortal Kombat, when they miss, recovery is huge. So a lot of times, just flipping away from opponent, let's say I do this, I throw this, and I'm at the ideal range, he blocks, or let's say I'm outside the range, I'm shimmying, I'm moving back and forth to get the right distance. Easy punish. Easy punish. But like I said, that's pretty much that as far as block advantage and whiff punish slash startup. So startup, which even we'll do another example just to show you all the different types of punishes you can do. So let's say I throw Ice Punch, he goes up. I can punish him even with a 7 frame, because 7 frame is smaller than 7 frame is smaller than the -22 he threw, or the it's smaller than -22, so well below to be safe. I can even punish him with Ice Punch technically, so we'll do that real quick. You gotta really hit it. It's a tighter window. It's a 2 frame window. I don't really like that. So you see why I say I always try to go for the fastest punish you can. I could even do forward 1-2, which is better to punish him. So let's do that actually. So I could even use my forward 1-2. Punish. And that was just a standard black punish. Which, like I said, Whiff punish is important with different characters, especially zoners. Sub-Zero is technically a zoner slash rushdown character. He's really ideal at the mid-range. I'll probably do a Sub-Zero guide later on, kind of detailing why I say he's a zoner, playing lame kind of character. But this has been MaskofTiers. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you all think below. Until next time, peace.